Okay, so let's start the session. Now, we are aware that on 15th of May we have International Day of Families, which was declared by UN in the year 1993. But as Indians, we'd also be aware that we have a very popular saying, Vasudev Kutumbakam, which means the whole universe is a family. You know, I think definition of family from a perspective, the way we look at it is not only is something which we talk about husband, wife, daughter, son, or parents. It is how you look at society, how you look at the world, and how do you look in an all-encompassing manner what your family would be defined by. So today when I thought we'll talk about the issue of families, we'll talk about the concern, how do we look at society, how do we look at the key issues which come up in families, and how do we address our fears. And this is precisely why today is a very personal Instagram live for me. I have my daughter, Dr. Neelashma Singhel with me today. You know, I'll tell you why at this session and what is the purpose of this. First and foremost, when I talk about Vasudev Kutumbakam, the whole world is a family, you look at any one incident, any in the world, how it affects everybody, or each one of us, how we are all connected and how we are all into it together. In this world, though we may identify ourselves with a smaller group and say this is a family, this is a country, this is a society, in reality is that we are part of the universal family. Each one of us is very, very connected. That is a harsh or a good or a beautiful reality, as you may term it. But this is what it is. Now this realization makes a huge difference. When from individualism you move on to looking at society and looking at how you provide care and how do you make a difference, I think that is what the whole issue is all about. So one of the biggest concerns, which when I spoke to my colleagues, my friends, I found out that most of us were very worried about our children. You know? Some of our children are studying abroad. They were in Italy, US, when this pandemic struck, and they were very, very worried. Some of our children are working like doctors, nurses, like my daughter is a doctor in the front end, taking care of patients facing this battle on the field there. Some of our children are in the army, some of our children are in the police. They are all out there facing scenarios, taking it on them. And when this fear spread, I think one of the biggest issue was that all of us trying to get our children in. You know? I remember calling up my sister and asking her daughter was in Berkeley that can you fly her in? And the last flight, she tried to get her in. And then I spoke to my daughter in Mangalore and said, "Beta, come over home, no, and we all be here. We have to stay at home." And she told me, "Dad, this doesn't take place. I can't come home. I'm a doctor. I have to be there in the front end and do my duty." My wife was very, very disturbed, and she was very, very sad. And then my daughter told her one thing, "Ma, it's my time to do my duty to the society, and we belong." And the school she studied in Springdales, the motto there was Vasudev Kutumbakam. We belong to the universe. We belong to the society. My family is just not you and Dad. It's everybody here, every patient who comes here. I have to deliver my duty. I have to be there. It took a couple of days for this to sink in. Not so easy, no? It looks very easy when you speak about it. It took a couple of days to sink in. And this kind of trauma, this kind of emotional upswing, I think most of us would be facing. So on this day, when we are getting ready to celebrate International Families Day, this is where we have to think, each one of us, how do we contribute to society at large? How do we contribute to the bigger family they talk about, and how do we think about it? How do we address our worries? How do we address our fears? How do we be a part of everything that we look into and see? The other big issue which started coming in, I remember, was when we had locked in the offices and the time came in, because we come into essential services, to open our offices. One of the biggest dilemma that I had as a MD and CEO was, how would I expose my people to go out when we have to keep everything closed? And lucky for us, our distillation played out well, and we could all work from home and deliver to our customers in this hour of need, which was good. But we have to go. We have to go out in the open. We have to go out again. We have to set up offices. Business has to resume. Work has to resume. Employment generation has to happen. The economy has to move. The society has to move. Now, this is where, which I've always said in my past discussions with all of you, that for me, learning is for everybody. In fact, on Mother's Day, when I said that I have three mothers, my biological mother who gave birth to me, who gave me values and ethics, the universe which takes care of me, and my daughters now who teach me a lot and course correct me. So I thought the best thing that I could do is request my daughter to join in Instagram Live. In fact, she finished her night duty and just said, okay, I join it, to learn from her experiences, her feelings. And if this can make any and all of you feel a bit better about your family, about your loved ones far away, then I think the purpose would be achieved of this Instagram Live. So over to you, Dr. Neelashma. I think one or two questions that I have, which is very pertinent, is that when you go out to see your patient, let me make something which is more useful for him. Can you teach us how to wear a mask properly and gloves properly? I think where else can I learn something better than asking you this question?
Okay, so mask. I do have my mask, okay, because I just took it off. You should remember, not all masks are reusable to begin with, but for the purpose of demonstration, I will use this mask which I just took off, okay. More than wearing the mask, it's more important on how you take it out also, right? So when you buy a mask, it will have one colored side, this any color, okay, and one will be a lighter colored side, okay. This colored side has to come outside, okay. At the same time, there will be two, the top part will have either a firm band or a metal thing, it depends, and the bottom part will have just the material, okay. So this part goes on your nose, the bridge. Okay, when you get a new mask, okay, somewhat like this, you have to hold it from here. First, adjust it to your nose. It is very important that you cover both your nose and your mouth with the mask. Okay, so you wear this, adjust it, cover it completely. Take the bands, or if it has a rope, you tie it behind. Okay. Then after that, to make sure that you've covered your entire face, okay, and the sides. You okay? Lots of people wear a mask like this. It is solving no purpose at all. Okay, I understand it is very difficult to breathe when you wear a mask which covers your nose. It takes practice, but this is how it has to be worn. Okay. Now important is taking this mask off. If it gets wet, if there is some spill on it, you must take it off and change your mask. Okay. Don't touch this area at all because this area is now contaminated. So you have to take your mask off from the sides. Okay. Away from your body and then just dispose it. Don't touch the center part of this mask at all once you're done using it. So that's it. That's how you should wear and take off a mask, which is a very which is a thing which we just do subconsciously because we do it every day, day in and day out. So I had to think for 2 minutes if I have to tell someone else how to wear a mask. And you said gloves also, right, Daddy?
No, I don't do like this. I just put it on because they told me it's mandatory. I go out and I come back and put it again, to put it on again. So I think I'm doing
There's no
all the wrong
infection.
stuff.
You got the infection home and you stored the infection very nicely somewhere.
I know. Oh no. That is a serious mistake I've been making. I reuse the mask again and I put it on. I think for me it is just like if I'm able to go out and protect myself for those moments, okay. I think the biggest learning is that if the mask has been used, we have to dispose it off, or no, if we're using a cloth, we have to ensure that we wash it well with soap and water. We just don't go and keep it back because then we're keeping the germs in the house and making it very, very difficult for ourselves. So I
What?
think.
Because of the shortage, there is now guidelines are coming on reusing the mask. Okay. Now we have, and this is just a normal three-ply mask, which is a surgical mask. Okay. When we are working in the hospital, we wear two masks. One will be our N95, and on top of that, we wear this mask. Okay. The N95, according to the new guidelines, can be reused. The one mask which I will wear for 6 hours, I can take it off, keep it in the sun, or use a hair dryer and use it again after 4 days. We should not dispose of these masks carelessly, Daddy, because right now we have an acute shortage of masks. and the general basic PPE wear. At the same time, it is not mandatory if you are at home, you have to wear the mask at all times. Only when you feel that you are about to expose yourself or you're about to expose others, then you should wear it. I wear it every day because I am at risk every single day. But others, it is okay if you don't wear it, okay? But yeah, if you're going into a crowded places, yes, you should wear it because again, Corona mostly is asymptomatic for 14 days. But if you know you're just going to go on your roof or somewhere where, you're just going to go in your car, it's okay if you don't wear it. So
Okay,
it's like
about gloves. I think a lot of people ask me about gloves, Dr. Neelashma. How do we wear gloves? Again, that is something which,
wearing, wearing
sorry,
gloves
Bala,
is
that's a
more,
question that
I know
we may
what you're
sound
saying.
very, how should I say, very basic, but yeah, but then if we have some tips on
Okay.
that, it will be good.
Wearing gloves is more important to maintain aseptic precautions in the OT. So that is something which if, even if you guys can wear it in any way that you want, but removing it off becomes more important in the current day-to-day scenario, okay? So to wear gloves, usually we get gloves like this, okay? This will be in a sterile packet, okay, when I open it, when I have to wear it to examine someone. And there will be, I have to maintain sterility. This outside part will be sterile. This is now unsterile because I have touched it with my bare hands, okay? So I will just wear the gloves normally as you can wear it anyway, okay? I have to maintain sterility, so I will not touch the fingertips when I am about to enter the OT. I have to wear it like this and then wear the other glove where I have to hook it. Now this is sterile, so it is still in the packet. I have to hook it and remove it and not touch the part which will be touching my skin of the other hand. So I hooked it, okay. Then I have to just touch the parts now which will not be touching my part with this hand. Now these are not important because you don't have to maintain sterility. You just have to wear it to protect yourself, right? Protection now will come when you have to remove it. Okay, removing has to be you take like this, okay? Again, don't touch your skin because this part is now unsterile. You've touched somewhere, this is infected now. You roll it out, okay, and then again you hook your hand in and you wrap the other thing inside, okay, and then you dispose it off. So that's how you should take off a glove, which is more important for the general population right now.
Okay, I think I try to wear it very cautiously, but taking off, I normally just take off as anything. And
Yeah,
I
see
think
that
I watch,
wearing it is important for me because when I enter
yeah,
the OT, my hands have to be sterile. I will be touching a sterile version so that my germs don't go into someone's body, okay? But in a general scenario nowadays, we can wear it, okay? We are not worried about sterility around us in a normal environment, right? So we can wear it any way we want, but then removing it becomes important because you brought the germs home with you. Okay, now
okay,
those germs on your gloves, the entire point of the gloves is protecting your skin, your
yeah.
hand, from getting those germs back to you, right? So then you have to be careful. You wrap the entire glove in one, and the second one should wrap your glove and then throw it.
Okay, I think that may require some practice. You did it so easily. I'm sure in wrapping the gloves, you'll end up not touching the gloves. But we'll try. I think that's a very good tip. Now, the other point I want to know is that now every day you go for duty. Everybody is at home, no? And then you drive down to hospital. How do you feel? What is that you go through as you go into that?
Well, I remember when I wanted to become a doctor, and mom was like, "No, no, what are you doing? No, that's not a very good decision because you will be out all the time and you are putting yourself at risk. Why don't you do something else?" But I remember you telling mom, "It's okay. She got this. She can do this." So I love my job. I cannot imagine being anything else except a doctor. So every day when I have to get up and go, initially I was very much like, oh, I don't get a leave. Everybody is enjoying at home and I have to go. It's not fair. But then, uh, but then I realized that there are expectations. I chose a profession where I cannot think about myself. So when I get up, I am excited. I'm like, okay, let's go do something. Ours is the highest center of referral for Mangalore and Dakshin Kannada. I will tell you the present scenario over here. Most of the small hospitals are shut. Most of the big hospitals are not admitting. They are all being referred to us. In a day, I'm writing so many case sheets that my hand has now got a torn over here from holding the pen and writing and then suturing so many times that the two fingers I used to suture are now numb. Okay. But it's okay. We have some 12, 13 hour shift. Okay. And we just have to keep doing it because as this situation is worsening, I am realizing that by the time the patients come to me, our hospital is the last place where they can get any treatment. They have been referred from multiple hospitals from one place to the other in a condition where you should put yourself in their shoes. They are very sick. They need treatment. They need medical attention right now, but there is nowhere else they can go. So we are getting a lot of patients nowadays. It's okay. I don't mind that. Okay. But the thing is, what is happening in this situation is that there is so much panic. Everybody is panicked, and that is putting them and us as healthcare workers at risk. Just on Monday, this Monday, big scare happened to me only. We have to triage the patients. There is my hospital is one hospital, and our sister hospital is the dedicated COVID hospital for Mangalore and Dakshin Kannada. Any COVID suspect, anybody from the quarantine area will be admitted over there, and we have our duties in rotation. We go there, and you are getting the same doctors, the same treatment in a better hospital, maybe. But because of this taboo and because of being tired of sent from one hospital to another, patients are now lying to us. So what happened that day was I asked the general history from the patient. She told me there is no cough, there is no breathlessness, there is no history of travel, and she very specifically said that no, she has had no contact with anybody from the contamination zone. I had to believe on her word, okay. But what it was there in the back of my mind was where is that reference letter? She was referred to me with two very high risk conditions. I had to see what medication was already given to her in that hospital. Okay, not even once did it cross my mind that she must have lied to me about her corona symptoms. Okay, I kept asking the relatives, I'm like, where is that paper? They gave me all scan reports, they gave me every other report, previous test, everything was written. I was like, I want to see that reference letter. At this point, that letter is very important to me, okay? After 1 hour, okay, when I told them, no, I cannot decide on the further management if you don't show me that letter, they somehow procured that letter. In that letter, in bold red, it was written that the husband is from the containment zone, and he may or may not be a COVID suspect or a COVID patient. And the person who gave me that letter was her husband. I did not know how to react. I was like, okay, keep your calm. 14 days. Maybe he's come back from that area 14 days ago. And right now he's looking perfectly healthy to me. Okay. So I asked him, how many days ago did you come home to your wife? He told me 7 days. So again, I was like, don't lose it, it is okay. I had to follow protocol. I informed everyone that, okay, I think so-and-so COVID suspect has come here and he is the one who brought his wife to us. So that means that even she is exposed now. And that has put everybody in that hospital at risk. Okay. I was not angry at him because I knew he did this out of a place of love. He was scared for his wife. He had already been to 3 hospitals and they kept referring him from one to another, and we were the first hospital who got him in. What he must have learned from his experience was if he showed that letter, they were referring him. So he decided not to show me that letter. He told his wife not to tell me about this history, okay? Because they wanted treatment, they wanted relief, they wanted their unborn baby to come out healthy, okay? I am not angry at that patient even now, but I want to tell everyone today that we understand you are doing this out of love. for your daughters, for your mothers, and for your wives, okay? But when you lie to us, you put someone's daughter at risk. The sisters who work, I come back to empty house. My roommate is also a doctor, so we are probably both at risk right now. Okay, we are not putting anybody else further at risk. But the sisters who I work with, some of my interns stay at home. The sisters have little kids at home. They are going home to carry, and they're going home and carrying that virus with them. So you are exposing very innocent children, and you're exposing someone's wife, someone's daughter, just to save your own. Trust me when I tell you this. If you tell us your symptoms, we will refer you to the correct hospital, and you will get the best of the treatment over there. Because I know my professors have left their homes and they are staying at that COVID hospital only and solely dedicated to treat the patients over there. So you need to please tell us the correct history, okay? We are relying on your word. In a country like India, which has such a huge population, we cannot test everyone. It is not possible. We will be wasting the limited resources that we have, right? So you have to be honest to us. You have to tell us correctly. We will not shun you. We will not discriminate against you. Okay, we will just direct you to the right place, and there may be a chance if you come to me in the next day when I am posted in the COVID hospital, I will only be treating you just in a different hospital. So please just do your bit. Okay, we are all doing our bit. We are all there day in and day night. Trust me, that patient was not referred. The stage that she reached to me, I could not send her anywhere else. Okay, we just gave her a separate room, and when we went in that room, we took extra precautions. So just be honest. That's it. And be careful when you are out there, and the social distancing, the self isolation. I know at this point we have reached that everyone is irritated, and they want to go out and they want to do something, but please just be careful. The fight is not over yet. And we need to be careful. Just follow the rules, guys, right now. And trust me, enjoy home. I mean, I don't get to stay at home, at this point. All I want to do is just sleep for one day. And, but it is okay. The grass is greener on the other side, as they say. But have patience. Keep following the rules and be honest to us. We will not discriminate against you. We will not send you here and there and, just leave you out in the open without any care. That's it. Other than that, it's fun. Trust me, all of us who are here, who are working, we're all like into it. We are very scared, obviously, for ourselves and for our families. Initially, I was not very serious, but then I realized that there are a few people back in Pune who are really worried about me, like my dad and my mom. There are days I don't get to talk to them, but then, yeah, I wear double mask now, Dad, don't worry. And I wore gloves when I spoke to that patient.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Even wearing
Uh,
gloves is very irritating for me because those powders are like spoiling my hands. So, sometimes I'm like, let's not wear gloves, enough of these gloves for the day. But no, we are all careful and we just want you all to be careful too. That's it. We are one team, guys. It's not us versus them. We are in this together.
Thank you. I think this was the most useful tip that I could, and honestly, none of us think like this. That by lying, by avoiding reality, by trying to hide symptoms, we are putting so many people to risk. I think if just this one message we take away from today's Instagram live, let's be honest, because then we save lives. Let us take simple precautions. Then we take care of our families. In just trying to lie, we're exposing the whole world. And that is where the chain reaction starts happening. I think such an amazing lesson, Beta. As I always say, I learn from my daughters. Today I learned a very big lesson from you. Thank you very much. I know you're at night duty. Catch some rest, have some breakfast. No, sorry to pull you out into this, but I wanted everybody to understand that the world is a family. We are in it together. We will solve it. This too shall pass. And we shall be happy and smiling in all this. And we will be together. A very happy International Family Days to all of you. Thank you very much. God bless you, Beta. Keep up the good work. We are so proud of you.